Good evening, all. What's happened? Have not had a chance to watch any of the news. Been sitting here with the wife and the little one and watching the movie. So, anything new going on in the world, Tonkin? Let me know if there's anything. Just same old. That too. That'd be embarrassing. Come find out that Washington's burning or something. I didn't even fucking know it. What a host. So we're gonna kick around here until we get a few more people coming in here. We're going to hopefully we get some people in here tonight. Seemed like there was a little excitement last night by the sounds. That's not a bad thing. It's always good to have the excitement. The only thing we don't want to have is hate and discontent. So that's what we're trying to keep out is hate and discontent. So if you're coming in and being a hater, you may as well take the hate somewhere else because we're not interested in seeing it or hearing it. Now, of course, discussion is always welcome. You don't have to agree, just be cordial or respectful, whichever the way you like to call it. Everybody likes to come in and have fun. That's exactly what we want to have. People being able to come in and have fun. Tonkin in UK is first in, followed by Bell, Admin. What's going on, y'all? Bell says Joe Cool is on fire. What's up with Joe Cool? Why is Joe Cool on fire? Joe Cool's always on fire. I know what happened last night. I haven't even gone back and watched. God, I feel like I should probably play last night. Or probably more interested than tonight going over it. Maybe if I get those people. Hi, the Johns. How you doing? Maybe if yeah. By the way, the Johns, I'm actually searching through the block list right now. I told Mid that I would unblock him, so I'm going through now looking for. I don't know which one he uses. I know I saw at one time Henchman in there. I don't know if he still uses the other one or not, but I'll unblock whatever that I spot in there, and he can deal with whichever one he wants to deal to come in. He said he'd like to come in, and him and I can chat and get over our differences. Like I said to him, our differences are so minute. It's really quite ludicrous that we should be fighting in any way such. And he agreed. And I don't think that there's much of a problem. So how is everybody tonight? It looks like there's been a lot going on. I haven't been watching it, but there's been a lot going on today anyway. I don't know about tonight, what's been going on in Washington and around the country and so forth. So if anybody out there knows what's going on, feel free to come up here and tell me what's up and what's going on. Love to know. Man, you go through these names after a while, it's like, oh my God. The worst problem is these people use subs. So a lot of times you look at these people, it's friends of yours, names like, oh. And then you have to think, oh no, wait a minute, that's a sub account. And the next time you go, oh, wait a minute, it's a sub account. I hate the way these people do this, dude. They come in here and they'll take an identity of one of your friends or someone and start, coming into your chat. So then when you block that name, every time you see that name, you think, oh, I blocked a friend by mistake. And you attempt to take it out. Or you see a family, Miss Mid-Ohio, unblock her. Into Mid-Ohio Independent Journalist. Hopefully that one. Pretty sure I've seen Henchman. 1A Henchman. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video. Pretty sure. So yeah, I've been playing around with microcurrency lately, and so I've been dealing with that, trying to make a few bucks on microcurrency. So if anybody's got any tales about their experiences with microcurrency, feel free to bring it forth. Love to hear what you say. What you got to say about it? Hey, J Money, what's going on? What's going on today? Crazy day in Washington, D.C. That's cool. There's Cooking with Lulu. What's going on, Lulu? Okay, like I said, I will put the link in the chat. So if anybody wants to come up on the panel, they can feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. You know, I haven't been on the news, and I have not even heard who won the other two seats. Was it Democrats or was it Republicans that won those other two seats? So are they tied, or is the Senate gone to one or the other? I'm just curious. Seems like they've been battling for that for the past few weeks. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Shay Money. Just looking for some stuff here. Well, I'm wondering, have you all been over and seen the latest video over at AFA? I understand they put a video out just recently. And so if you haven't seen that new video, you may want to run over and take a look and see what's going on over there. I guess they're going to start trying to put videos up weekly, which I think is the best thing they need to do, is get those videos started on a weekly basis. It's hard when you're trying to put stuff up the way they have been, because people they get used to going to other channels to watch stuff, and I just want to make sure that Josh has a chance to have his channel decent when he comes back out. And it looks like they put one a week ago, 4 days ago, 12 hours ago. So yeah, let's see what they've got here. See whose it is first. There's a couple of guys that I wouldn't. Well, I'm not going to use the latest one. I'd rather not take a chance on getting copyright. I'm going to use the one before that, which I don't think that individual probably will have a problem with it, and we're probably going to narrate it anyhow. So we won't be copyright on this one. Okay, so we'll share this one. This is not this last one, but the one before that. And now, people, this has only 4,700 views, and it's got 4,700 views, and it's got 274 likes and 62 dislikes. Now, 4,786 views. I would think we could get more than 274 likes. So please go over and watch this. Give him the view. And could you hit those likes up higher? I know Josh would like to come out when he comes out of jail. He'd like to at least think that people were appreciating what he was doing, what he did to try to make sure he got videos up. So he gave you something for entertainment. So if you get a jazz, yes. Yeah, I saw that a lady was shot in the Capitol. It's really too bad. These people get carried away. They can't control themselves, and what do you do? You just can't. Yeah, it's people terrible also, but you just cannot. Oh, I don't agree with that. Um, I'm not going to start that there. I'm sorry, but whether or not that's whoever that is, I don't think I like. Okay, there we go. No offense, but I don't like the idea of the name being crossed out. If it's on AFA's, it's an AFA video. If it's not an AFA video, then they shouldn't have uploaded. But I think Henchman's probably understands. Okay, here we go. So let's hit this up and let's watch the video. And I'm not going to let you watch all of it on here. If you want to watch the rest of it, you have to go to AFA and watch the end of it. We're just going to watch some of it.
Welcome to Accountability for All. So a lot of you might be wondering, what does the word Karen mean? I hear the word Karen all the time. What is Darren? Well, Karen, the definition is a middle-aged white woman that feels everything is owed to her. A Darren is a middle-aged white male that feels he's entitled to everything. If you don't understand the definition, well, just watch this video. You'll understand exactly what a Darren is. And make sure you check out, share, like, and subscribe to 1A Henchman for more great videos. Go to his channel and tell him I sent you.
Now, just so everybody knows, I believe this is 1A Henchman. This is Mid-Ohio, who is actually doing the audit. I believe that's what I heard on the video.
I'm on the sidewalk. I got the right of way.
Yeah, this is a good point that I want to bring up right here. Everybody always says, where's the appropriate distance to stand back from a situation like this? It looks like Mid-Ohio has gone beyond the property line. Now, myself, if I'm at something like this, I think beyond the property line is sufficient. I don't think you need to be 50, 75 feet away. I mean, for what this case was, I think that beyond the property line is fine. If they need to have any further than that, then they should have put up some tape or something to let you know what was the situation. And besides, I mean, they're allowing people to walk down the walkway. They haven't blocked off the walkway. So if the sidewalk is passable for individuals walking back and forth, then I guess it's safe for you to be at the property line. Hitting the wrong one there.
He thinks we care about him getting license plate numbers. We don't care. He forgets we're Chuck Bronson, AFA, henchman. You think we give two shits about that?
And I know this.
From Darren?
And yeah, I know this isn't No Names. I haven't spoken to No Name in quite a while. I don't want to take a chance of a copyright issue with No Name. So I'm showing A1 Henchman's video. Still, this, people who haven't been there to see that. And also, what I'm bringing up is the likes. It would be nice if people would run over there and increase the likes on this video. There's 4,000 people, but I think it was 2,500 people, something 4,000, but only 247 likes. It'd be really great if people could run over there and increase the likes on this. This is a good video that Tomatoe did over there.
Darren. We got the milk Karen right here, Darren. Nah, I don't take cookies from strangers. Yes, I do. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
On the sidewalk, he thinks it's still his property. No, it's not.
Well, I follow Darren and Karen's around too, so. I follow Darren and Karen's around too. I don't want your trash. The bootlicker. Have a good day, Darren.
Darren?
Yep.
Got the wrong name, buddy.
You're being a Darren, please. You're Darren.
Okay, that's good. I thought that kept going beyond that. I'm sorry I went to the end. Now, I got to mention something about that one. No Name, I wanted to play your video, No Name, but I didn't want to have an issue between you and I, so I went ahead and did Mids. You can play my video. Okay, No Name, no problem. I'll play it. I was going to play not all of this one, but it was a mistake. I didn't realize where it ended. And so I'll play yours. I'm trying not to end them, but I want people to go over and see the ending. over there. So, all right, thanks. All right, let's check out the this one. Now, the one we just watched, you know, these people work hard on these videos, you know, and when you have, let's go back to it again. When you have this many people,
Karen and Karen's around too.
you know, we have 4,786 views, but only 274 likes. So seriously, people, if, you know, consider going over and hitting that like button. Hit that like up. I'm sure that Josh would appreciate it, and helps to offset those down buttons. So run over there if you get a chance of that. All right, next we're going to watch a second AFA, which is No Name Audits. I think everybody here knows No Name. So we'll go ahead and watch that No Name Audits video on AFA. No Name, did you want to come up on the... Did you want to come up and set up this video, or did you want me to just play it, or what did you want to do? Do you want to come up and say something about the video before we play it? It's up to you. All right, let me give you the link. You can just come up and set it up and explain what it is, what people are going to be seeing, and so forth. And then we'll play it after that. If you want to stop me throughout it and explain stuff throughout it, feel free to do so. There's a link. Come on up. And again, if I heard, hey, how you doing there, Upstate Audits? Heidi McKay. Vlogs. Hey, ¿cómo está? And that's one of Lulu's friends. I met her through Lulu. Really nice person. If you get a chance, run over and check out her vlog. She runs a very interesting vlog. If you're a Latino and usted hablan en español, ella habla en español en her channel. Okay, No Name. That's No Name. Up. Hey, what's up?
Not much.
Okay, did you want to just set us up a little bit as far as what this video is going to be and so on?
Let's go. What's that?
Actually, do you want to set up with what this video is and so forth, or do you want to just play it, or what do you want to do?
You can. Yeah. You can. What happened was the other night I was arrested. I was meeting up with South Carolina Cop Watch. It's SC Cop Watch Myrtle Beach. He's a new channel that I'm bringing into the community, and I'm, helping him along. And it's somebody to audit with. He's a friend of mine, and I was waiting for him in Myrtle Beach, and I just got the car registered, to be quite friggin' frank. So I just left the registry a few hours before, and I was driving around Myrtle Beach because I just got the car registered. And I pull over. I don't think I talk much about Myrtle Beach, but there's like, it's really Myrtle, like the shoreline Myrtle Beach has all the high-rise buildings, all the nice hotels, and across the street is the hood. So I parked in a parking lot, cop sitting across, right? I watch him pull in there. I got emails from people around here that see me audit down here before. It's like these cops, anybody that parks in this parking lot, if you sit at this parking lot for this hotel, that cop will pull you over, da 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 da. So I do it. So I sat there for 5 or 6 minutes. I stop my car, put my lights on, put my seatbelt on. He's probably about 200 feet away from me on the other side of the road. I drive out of the parking lot, blinker, go up the street. I get all the way up at 17 Business. That's what they call it. It's called Kings Highway, but they call it 17 Business. I stop at the stop sign. It's 3 lanes. Then the middle part of it, you have to yield. And then another part that's 3 lanes, right? So I stop at the stop sign. I see And when I get the stop sign, now the Tahoe, the police cruiser, is probably a quarter mile back, maybe even more than a quarter mile back. This thing is screaming up the road like he's running code 3 to a goddamn murder scene. I turn blinker around left. He's so way back. I go on to 17. Within seconds, he blows through everything. He pulls me over, walks up to my car, touches the back of the car. He walks up to me and goes, "Hi, sir. Tonight it's Officer Riley with the Myrtle Beach Police Department. I'm pulling you over for your brake lights out." Oh, I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. I said, I just registered the car this afternoon.
Hold on a sec. Could one of the mods delete that Dick Killer? And I don't want anybody talking shit about somebody else in here. Can you get rid of that Dick Killer? And he's talking about Brett Killer from Turtle Boy. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, so it's kind of cold. I'm shivering. Let me get back in the car because I just ended my live an hour or so ago. Wow, it's getting cold out here tonight. I mean, it's cold down here. It's probably 37. You guys are probably at 17.
Yeah, I think it's when I went out earlier.
Yeah, I think
pretty cold.
I'm not adjusted to the cold because it's been like 70, 80 degrees some days. So what happened was that he's asking me for a license registration. I handed all through him out the window. Now it's a warm day that day. I was wearing shorts. This window was down. This one was down. It seemed like he was a pleasant cop. I didn't feel like I was going to get any fucks. Then I hand him everything. Just out of my safety, I'm shivering. Wow. So I put the phone on record to go live. He saw that. "I want you out of the car." And I go like this. I turn the keys on and I go to roll the window up. I lock the door. He gets his hand in here. He holds my hand, twists my hand like that. He comes over here, takes the keys, throws them to his partner. His partner comes through this door, unbuckles me. They rip me out of the car. He goes, "Nice fucking move, asshole. You're under arrest."
That was pretty stupid. You're just trying to secure your car.
Right. So I'm in the backseat of this Tahoe, right? And I'm in the backseat of his Tahoe, right? They took all my property out of my pockets, threw it all in the hood. Right? I'm in the backseat of the Tahoe, and they 3 more cruisers pull up. I have like 3 monkeys in this car tossing it. They come back with some of my property that was left on the hood because the wind started blowing it. They put it in an envelope, threw it in the back of the cage in the back part of the Tahoe. I said, "Hey," at what point in time did I ever give any of you fucking consent to search my car? "Well, we're not searching your car. It's inventory." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." But it says you don't need 3 cops to fucking do that. Well, today I found out they took all the knobs off my guitar amplifier. Brand new line 6 guitar amplifier. I don't put most of my personal stuff out there. I do, but I don't put no one probably knew I'm a guitar player. But I play guitar. I've been playing guitar for over 20 years. So all the knobs are ripped off the reason why makes sense. I was in the trunk this morning cleaning the car out. And I saw all these chrome pieces. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like lug nuts? They're not lug nuts. I go to look at the guitar amplifier tonight to go play the guitar. All the knobs are off the guitar. These guys have dashboard cams. They in their cruiser, if this was a cage, they have cameras in the back. They got cams all over them. In South Carolina, they have to give you the cameras for discovery. If they don't, your charge is dismissed. So guess what? I think that's a legal search and seizure because I read United States v. Torbot. And you can't rip door panels apart. You can't take things apart when you do an inventory search. It's just to secure property and make sure that nothing was stolen. No, like the cops didn't take your money. The cops didn't take your property. Nothing went missing. Nothing got destroyed. Apparently, knobs ripped off a brand new guitar amplifier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's not like they can remove remove that and be able to look inside of it to see as to whether or not there's anything contraband or anything inside of it. So looks like we got freaking trolls tonight. Okay,
So
yeah.
when I got out of when my mother got me out of jail, I just got my stimulus. So my mother and I, because of problems, I've gotten legal problems before, and I was in, I put it out there, I was in prison. So me and my mother have a joint banking account, and I was down. I called. First of all, they don't give you a phone call at Myrtle Beach. My mother had to pay $50 to have a phone call with me.
$50 for a phone call?
Yeah, and I've
Holy
been to prison
shit.
like 3 times, and I have a friend in prison right now, and it doesn't cost that much even in prison. They couldn't even give me a free freaking phone call. Now down here, how they do it is, I found out, I'm rounding out their system down here. Now down here, the cop that arrests you makes up the fucking bail. Now, if I wanted to sit there till like 10 o'clock the next fucking day in the morning, he got me at 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock at night. Where's that paperwork? I got all the tickets here. Oh. This is what happens when you want to invoke your rights. I'm going to see if I can switch camera. Camera face in front. Can you see this?
Yep.
Uniform ticket. All right. SC code violations, all municipal ordinances. So it's not a county charge. It's not a state charge. This is county. I'm sorry for my camera. I'm moving my camera. I'm
So
still
it's all ordinances charged instead of law
Yep, but
charges.
they're
Yeah.
on city level criminal offenses.
Yeah.
Ordinance resisting, impede, interfere, obstruct, hinder. 14-63 quotation B quotation 1 quotation. Time of violation 2029. Happened at 19th Avenue South, South Kings Highway, County Horry, City of Myrtle Beach. Bond requested $464 for that. Okay?
That's
The
a little
next
steep.
charge is, now if I don't show up to any one of these, I'm guilty in absentia.
Yeah.
All right, the next charge is traffic improper defective tail light. Can you see that, guys? I'm sorry.
That's blurry, but
All right, requested bond amount was $128 for that. Next charge is traffic failure to maintain proof of insurance, which I had on the phone. I'm on their policy, so that's $128 for that. I had it all on him, but he just didn't want to. He just wanted to be fuck after I wanted to film. Traffic unlawful turning from wrong lane or improper. 128 bond requested for that. And $160. $160. What the hell's wrong with my phone? I'm trying to get the screen back. And $160 for $160 for a tow. That all it was a fucking tail light, guys.
so
Well,
that's all they did was just for the freaking tail light.
Just for the
And
tail
then
light.
look at how much the bail is. So why didn't you total that up? What did it all come to?
So that's 128 times 3, 5. My mother said it. I said on the live stream was 692, but my mother said I didn't have nearly enough. My mother threw some money in, so she says all together it was over $1,000. That's what I just said. It was $160. It's just crazy.
That's the problem with some of these cities. Some of these cities have really started to get outrageous, and especially if it's a municipal like that. Now, a lot of these charges, do they stay in the municipality or do they go to the county?
It's my first. To be honest, I was extradited here one time to Rhode Island years ago.
Yeah.
I've never ever had a charge here. Never ever. This is my first time in trouble here.
Wouldn't it be interesting to find out whether or not that those fines stay in the municipality or whether or not that goes to county level? Because
SC Cop Watch told me he's been through it down here with a friend, or he's been through it. What happens is there's no prosecutor for this.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to court, I gotta cut a deal with the cop that did this.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, which is like the same thing that happens in like New Hampshire. They have their prosecuting officer.
What SC Cop Watch told me is that I got to cut a deal with this tyrant that did this to me. Now when he shows up at my mother's house, right? Because me and him were talking on the phone. I says, dude, yeah, let's do some cop watching tonight, right? And we went out 3 or 4 times, and we got duds, nothing good. I got some pre-recorded lives. You know how I don't know if you know, you can go pre-recorded live inside the live. You just don't put it public. It's not a public live.
Oh yeah. I've
So
done that with unlisted with
yeah.
yeah.
So that's that. I mean, that is crap videos. I'll maybe I'll put them out, but you know, I see sometimes it's not about views, but I see sometimes, you know, I'll put one of them out. It's but
Just chop them up and make them into a compilation video.
yeah, it's better to do that, because you
Yeah.
might get like 5 hours of just driving around and there's nothing.
Yeah, chop them up. That way you've got at least something for people to watch. All right, you want to watch that? You want to watch that video?
I'm getting my own adrenaline up. Why don't we go watch the video?
Yeah.
Let's watch the video. We'll get back to
Sure.
all right.
All right. Now, if you want to stop me, just say something and we'll stop and check out whatever.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
He stalks me. Long story short, he pulled me over. He asked me for license registration.
I can only see myself on the screen.
He then demanded me
Hold on.
and he said to me, "Get out of the car now. It's a lawful command."
Hello?
Yeah, I'm just gonna redo it. Hold on.
All right.
Oh, I see why I got you in mind. That's why.
All right.
I figured. Now let's try it again. Myrtle Beach. Audio. Share. Enlarge this one. Volume is all the way up. Yep.
You know what? Yours truly was ripped out of the car, arrested, couldn't get to record.
Can you hear that okay?
I was arrested.
Yeah, I can hear. You might have to turn me up, because I did that kind of. I recorded that late last night. I didn't want to wake up my dad.
Yeah, I think it's about as high as it can go right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna get the body cam and the dashboard cam, and we're gonna make a whole other video about that. But right now, after I was released, I was told by the jailer, this guy does this all night long. When I was driving home, he had somebody else he was taking in, doing the same exact thing. This is what he does. He's a road pirate. Like, share, subscribe to Accountability for All, and my channel too, Lonely Monks. Peace.
What's up, guys? It's No Name. Look what I just found. I just got released. Your boy fucking Riley didn't know who he got tonight, huh? I'm Accountability for All. Look me up on YouTube. What's going on, guys? What's your name and badge number? What's your fucking number? Good for you, fucking sir. You know this. Hey guys. That's the guy who arrested me right there. Famous right here. This is the one to pull me over illegally. That's all. Hello, sir. What's your name? Okay. These are all the Myrtle Beach license plate guys. What's up? Don't answer any more of his questions. He's trying to lock you up. Shut the fuck up. What's your badge number? Well, at that point in time, you don't talk no more. All right, have a good night. Yep. You'll be on Accountability for All.
Dude, you and I got to get in better shape.
Yeah. No, that's my anxiety right there. That's
know.
when I need a Xanax.
Yeah, that's adrenaline.
You guys didn't realize I'm a. Can you stay on the street, please? Oh, what, it's a public right of way, right? No, you can't be in there. Oh, it's not a public right of way. Tried me, City, St. Petersburg. It isn't. All right, I'll sit on the sidewalk. Thank you, appreciate it. All right. How's you guys' phone calls doing right now? You getting flood calls right now? You can't get the 911s through. Do not call Myrtle Beach police, guys. Don't redress your grievances. Yeah, fuck you guys. Oh, the computer's up. I'm putting a complaint on that guy. Oh, computer up over here. Everybody's getting a complaint tonight. Everybody's getting a complaint tonight. Public information right out in the open. Whose car is that? Who's 51?
My car.
Okay. What was your name again?
Officer Shivatoni.
Okay, I'm putting a complaint on you, okay?
Okay, I'll be waiting for it.
All right. Is this your cruiser?
Absolutely.
Complaint on you too. What's your name again?
O'Rourke.
O'Rourke. You're getting a complaint. Your cruiser.
Everybody gets a complaint. Yay.
Complaint. I went down there today. They don't want to answer the fucking door.
Oh, really? Are they set up with complaints online? Can you go online and print them off?
I think so. I got to figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah, most of these police stations now, you just go on, and a lot of them you can actually fill them out right online, print them off, or just send them right through the email.
Hey, I don't think either one of us can get in trouble, but all the viewers here can put a complaint in right now if they like.
Oh yeah, because you've watched this video tonight, if you don't like what you've seen these police doing, then yes, absolutely. You could go on the police webpage and say that you watched this video and get a complaint form and file a complaint for what you just saw tonight. Absolutely.
And don't call Amy Prock, the chief of police of Myrtle Beach, and tell her this.
You didn't put the, I know you didn't put the phone number up or nothing.
I should have did that. I think we got moderators in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just like not paying attention. I've been like a little worked up about this for the last couple of days.
Well, I was just kind of wondering, do you think that one of these cruisers would have a phone number on it somewhere?
I think it's 843. Don't call 843. Maybe Numi knows it. Maybe Numi, Anna might know the don't call, and D. Johns might know the don't call.
Going to federal court in the morning, filing 42 U.S.C. 1983. I've already done it to 3 other cops.
They probably have no idea what that is.
They don't.
That's what I said. They have no idea what the hell that is. They're gonna.
Seriously, dude. I got one against Robbie Sarvis in fucking Georgetown County.
Me and my mother both do have a case against one of them, Georgetown County.
Louisiana. I go around the country doing this stuff. You guys.
I just gotta get better at. I lost one with Warwick Police, so I mean, I just gotta get better at learning this stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, I got an 86 in the bar exam.
Practice bar exam. I slip on that all the time, but not the bar exam.
Oh, that case law I was telling you before. I know my fucking case law. Say hi to your moms. You're gonna be on YouTube. Seriously.
You know, I think you and I have talked about this a bunch of times before, but the thing that tickles me about these police, yes, Banana Anna has put that up for the redressing grievances. If you want to call and redress grievances tomorrow, you can call that 843-918-1088. Do not call, please do not call that number tonight and say that you saw this video on AFA and explain to them how you dislike. Please do not do that. But you probably could call tomorrow morning and explain to them.
Don't ask for Chief of Police Amy Prock.
Yeah, Amy Prock could be busy tomorrow. So please do not call all day tomorrow and ask for that individual, because she'll have to at least take a look at that call. So we don't want to bother them. But yeah, I mean, in these bigger cities, like when you and I were down in Boston, we were running around down in Boston and so forth. These city cops they're whole together different than like if you live in an area like where I live, or an area that it's a little bit out into the countryside, you don't understand how these cops are. These cops, maybe it's because they're used to dealing with you know different people, but these cops are tyrants in these fucking cities. I mean, they do whatever they feel like doing. They could care less what your rights are, because no one's going to call them out on it. I mean, they can have 10 of the cops right there watching what they're doing, and not one of them cops is going to file a complaint.
Right.
And so that's why they get away. I mean, when you could have all these cops standing around, so cops, not one person ever say, "Oh yeah, thanks for letting me know." and go close up their computer. Even after you mention it to them, they just
Yep.
stand right there like that's nothing. Not understanding that there's personal information someone called. So if what it is if people don't understand what we're talking about is, well, you can explain it to them. What's on those screens? If you look in there, someone walking by, look in there, what information could, say if I called up and I made a complaint and I said I wanted to be anonymous, but I gave my name and phone number, what
Yeah.
information could you get off that screen?
The phone number that they call from, because irregardless if you call the police department blocked or not, they have the systems to get through it, because I've pulled call logs before on neighbors that have called cops on me through the years, or called the zoning on my mother's house before, because I had cars there, like classic cars I was restoring and stuff, and a couple of them just had plates on them and they ratted me out. I was able to figure out what neighbors were the rats. Yeah. So when they tell you they don't have the numbers, they have the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, so that just goes to show you if there's a domestic issue, and they go to a domestic issue,
Yeah.
and somebody walks around that car while they're there, then they can look right in and see who called that domestic in, get their name, their phone number, their address. I mean,
Right.
so that's pretty serious when they leave those computers open like that. That's not just a ha ha ha, jerk, for mentioning it. When someone says something like that, so they should be running their asses over and it closes them up. Because I know when you and I have been in Boston or whatever, when we mention it to them, a lot of times they'll go over and they'll close them. But these guys here didn't look like they even gave a shit.
Right. No, they didn't give a shit. And then that one cop says he'd be looking forward to the complaint, like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. My superior is the through line. My superior is thin blue line. He's gonna look the other way and not worry about me violating or fucking anybody over. And I made sure that the way I filmed it from a distance, so those car windows are tinted, so you see the lighting of the computer screen being up, but you can't read the information on it.
Right, and it was good that you didn't show it up so that you.
No, I did it like that to prove a point. I didn't want to go all. Yeah, it's frivolous at that point to get on there and get people's personal information out there. That's not my intent, and that wasn't the intent.
But,
my intention was to show how careless and negligent in their regards was to other people's identities and other people's shit. I mean, now I've been in trouble before. I mean, how do they know I wasn't gonna go walk up to the cruiser and I was trying to get a new identity? I could have just did it through looking through the window. I mean, I didn't have to be an auditor there. I could have been a crackhead walking down the street.
Or just some guy wanting to film it and just happen to look at now. I wonder if they, it's like when you and I have been, or Josh and and us when we were in doing stuff. You walk by some of these cars, and you look at the back seat, and there's an AR-15 laying in the back seat, and the cars.
I've been by police cars, to be honest to fucking God. They've been edited out of videos. I got to find the videos that I had. But I've been by cars where I've actually, what you just said, seen the AR-15s in the holster unlocked.
Oh yeah, you. That's why I say you and I were in Boston.
All you had to do is probably if you don't have a brick or a rock, take a chance, punch the window out, get some stitches on your hand, or just deal with scars on your hand. You get yourself a fully automatic AR-15 right there. You're not going to get the standard ones you get at the regular gun store that's semi-automatic, shoots one bullet at a time. You're going to probably get the nice combo, the tri-burst, semi, and fully.
Yeah, with the nice little switch.
Yeah.
You switch it from auto to full.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen some of these cops' cars that just are trash inside, and I mean, it's crazy.
Well, these cars right here, that say what you're saying. These cars right here, now, these cars now they've been driving shit Crown Vics, early Dodge Chargers from probably 05, 06. They got the Explorers probably a few years ago, and they still have some of the Crown Vics up until maybe a few months ago, or 6 months ago. All of a sudden, they got these brand new $70,000 fucking $70,000. These things right here, these Tahoes.
Yeah,
I'm a
I love
Chevy.
those things.
I'm a diehard Chevy fan. All
Me
right,
too. I love
I'm not
those things.
I'm not trashing Chevy, but those things, why a lot of the police departments will not own Chevys are, even when the Caprices came back out, is because there's so much money. The cheapest cop cars are is Ford and Dodge. These things are the Mercedes of cop cars, or maybe like the Maserati, not the Maserati. What's the Maybachs? These things are top notch cop cars. These things are $70,000-$80,000. I was sitting in the back seat of this fucking thing, and it wasn't plastic; it was fucking leather.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you wonder why these municipalities are spending so much friggin' money. But
Right.
yeah, I just wanted people to realize that they see these cars looking so nice, and so on the outside, when you can look inside and see friggin' their guns laying on the seats, they're sitting in the holster there, all like you say, with the pin pulled out. They have a pin that locks them in, with the
Right.
pin pulled out and dangling down, and I mean,
Yep.
it's crazy. You look in the back seat and there's stuff just laying in the back seat that shouldn't be there. Heck, you and I have been out there before and looked in and seen freaking paperwork that the guy had been filling out for somebody that I don't remember if it was some warrant that they were
Well, me and
going after.
Josh, I was just looking at a video the other day on Josh's channel. There's a video that me and Josh have from back in March. I don't know, it's B4 or D4 or something like that. Me and him are in there videotaping. They got somebody's whole extradition fucking warrant and a social security number for the U.S. Marshals laying right there at the front desk. Anybody could go in there and get it.
Yeah, Josh and I had been on one. I can't remember if it was you who was with us or it was one of the other guys with us. And that's what they had was a whole friggin' the search warrant that they was going to be executed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy the
These
stuff
guys, these guys are just pulling people over just to pull. And now, SC Cop Watch went out filming without me, and he said he didn't understand what was going on because he says your car's always you're always home when I never blown this guy off, and I said. I said I didn't blow you off. He knows I didn't blow him off. He's like, I knew something was wrong when I didn't see your car. I just didn't know what. And he was out filming while I was locked up, not realizing I was locked up. And they took. Let me get back to something in a second about me being locked up. So, oh yeah, we might have mall security fuck with me for a second. Yep, we're gonna have mall security fuck with me for a second.
Flip it on live.
All right, let me flip the camera. High beam's right on me. Hang on. Camera. What's up, sir?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I'm just talking to my uncle on the phone for a second.
Hang out here,
All right, yep. Yep.
Thank you, just in case he harassed you. You would have
Yeah.
plenty of witnesses.
Yeah. Guy's like 70 years old, probably older than my dad's 70 something, but this guy looks like he's my dad's age. Jesus.
At least he's come over to check, make sure he's all right.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
But his whole thing was to tell you to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop the car while you're alive because I still have that crack. I fixed it the other day and it cracked at the other weld. Anyway, yeah. So where was he? That guy just totally threw me off.
Yeah, we're talking about seeing stuff in the cars and warrants and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, me and Josh were in that Boston police station. We got we saw the paperwork on that, and I forget what I was saying. Fuck, this guy just totally fucked me up.
Let's run the video some more, and you can think about what you want to say.
Yep.
All right, here we go. And again, people, I want to mention this is AFA. AFA would like you to tell you, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that like He's not here to say it, so absolutely we're going to say it for him. So go over there, hit that like. Also, go back on some of his channel, some of his videos, recent videos. Give him the views on them and hit the likes on them also. We need to get his views up. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but his views are coming down a little bit. We need to get those views up. We need to get his algorithm working. When he gets out of jail, we want to make sure when he gets out of jail, he jumps right in and he's ready to rock and roll from day one. So we need to get everything up and running, and because it might not be long. So
Yep.
Here we go.
What was he getting arrested for? A white with a black girl?
I said that wrong. It was a black guy with a white girl, and I was saying that because I'm in the South, because they're racist down here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a private property. You have no fucking jurisdiction here, my friend. Oh, I can put fucking tape up. Put fucking tape up. Yeah, I'll go buy a Pepsi right now. Okay, go ahead. Yep. Don't give me fucking orders, dude. Do you own the property here?
Trespassing. Trespassing.
You can't be the fucking complaint unless you're the fucking owner, dumb shit. First again, you're going to jail. I'll say it right now.
Oh, go ahead.
City of New Orleans. I didn't talk to your corporal. You should call him right now. You're making threats of an arrest for a constitutional right. Go read Louis v. City of New Orleans. Why don't you read it before you even make threats?
Now, I get a kick out of when they say that. Let me stop here for a second on that. Now, a lot of times you'll hear these officers say that, and under what condition could they even have the right to arrest you for profanity? I mean, they can't.
I think I would have had to make like a violent threat towards him, like you try like here's would be an example. John Doe, you try to put fucking handcuffs on me right now. I'll beat your ass to the ground and take your fucking bang bang and stick it up your mother's. Maybe that would be disorderly, or or threat. You know what I'm trying to say? That's an example. That's a hypothetical.
Yeah. You would have to be some imminent threat toward them. I mean,
right.
but for you to just be using profanity in a general way,
right?
Fuck you, pal.
Like here's a perfect. If you don't get out of here, I'm gonna arrest you. Well, you'll try it, motherfucker, and see what the fuck happens. Watch what the fuck happens, motherfucker. That's proof. That might be proof, right? That might be an example of disorderly.
Yeah, but the thing of it is there's got to be a complainant, and
they can't be the complainant. No, they can't be the complainant.
So when these cops say these to people, everybody, I mean me included. So when I say everybody, I'm not just saying other people, me included. When I was dealing with a cop before I started getting involved with Josh and getting involved with other cop watchers, I thought if a cop told me I had to stop swearing, he'd lock me up. I thought, oh Jesus, I better stop. But now these freaking guys, they think they've got every friggin' law, and then if they don't have the law, they can just friggin' make them up themselves. So
that's what they're doing. They made this is what's that video? We gotta you know what? He's a good chair. We gotta put out there too. Remember Richard? I told you about way back. Richard from Supreme Decisions Beat about the case law around the officers identifying. Richard from Supreme. Oh, now the other phone's dying on me. Jesus Christ! This other phone's is garbage.
Now, is that the guy that was doing doing a lot of case law stuff?
Yeah, Rich. Yeah, he has.
You know what we should do sometime?
Yeah,
we should some night when you're free.
Yeah.
If you want to come on, if you can get, I don't know if you want to get permission from him, but maybe if we heck, it'd be great if we could.
I may be able to get him to come. I might be able to get him to come on. I got his personal contact. I can contact Richard.
Yeah, ask him if he's interested in coming on, because there's probably a lot of even the auditors.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I know San Joaquin shared his SJVT, San Joaquin Valley Transparency shared one of his videos. I think Disorderly Product has shared one of his videos or did something on one of his videos. I mean, his views have gone down a lot. He is very, very, very on point with the stuff that he says. I mean, I've been following. I got out of jail in 2018. My first cell phone from being locked up, I started trying to fight my own cases on myself because I was in jail for so long that I started going to the law library and learning it in there. And like Richard was like so on point. And I subbed to him back then. This guy, it's just like he's telling you like he's he preaches whatever. I have to word it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
What he says is like you throw that in a lawyer's face, and the lawyers even get fucking pissed off. They're like, like I've had lawyers get so fucking jerked off with me, and I went home and called Richard, and he's like that. Well, that's what they want you to do. That's what they basically play ball. You know what I'm trying? Not in those words. I mean, the lawyers aren't going to help you. The reason why
they're not going to throw you a softball. They're going to throw you a fast pitch. It's going to be absolutely. They're going to try to freak you out.
The lawyers are in this racket with the cops. You know what I'm trying to say? The lawyers are here. I haven't found one lawyer yet that wants to help me with shit. They all want you to cop out. You can like the stuff that I've learned off that reading case laws and researching and having side by side with discovery and police reports. You walk into courtrooms and be like, how do you throw it at a lawyer and be like, how can I plead guilty with that? With all that case, with that mountain of case law right there, that motion and this, I should be out the fucking door and you should be fucking down with me at the clerk's office filing fucking civil suit for everything about my aggravation.
Yeah. You know, I got a good idea. You and I were talking one other time, when we were on a live about why it is, what the case law is, or why the situation is, that if we ask a police officer for his identification, that he has to give us his identification, not just because it's in their policy, which most departments have it in their policy,
right?
But I know that you have several times said that it's part of the Constitution, right. And I know several people have laughed at that and so forth. But you've checked into that,
yeah.
And I don't remember exactly what that was. But what would be really cool is if you could get him, even if that was like the first thing he would come in and talk about, is that how that relates, because I can remember that it had something to do with their swearing an oath, that it had something to do with the way they swear their oath to the Constitution of the United States and so forth.
Yeah,
that's the connection that's to it, and it would be really good so that
Yeah. There's old case laws on that stuff too. It's like, and there's some of the stuff is so rinky-dink case law. It might go back. I think one of them might go back to 1938, and some of them goes, and some of the case law goes to fraud case laws and stuff like that. So people don't realize, well, that's not criminal. It's a banking. It's an executive thing for like a governor or something. No. People stop making those arguments like that, and it's like it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry, but people don't realize we're a common law country, and so is in England, Ireland, Scotland, Australia, Canada. So we can use those. We can use we can use British. If there's not a case law determining it, we can basically use a case law from one of those countries into our countries.
Yeah.
Into our country, and a lot of people. I've done that with my
the
last.
One that I got you.
Who's that?
My wife just walked out.
Oh, sorry. So, there's a lot of case. Now, the best thing for a threat would be probably Thurber v. Savage, and that's from the Crown. That's from England. That's a Crown case law. But I used that for my last charge. And I got probably 4 or 5. I got 4 of the 5 charges dismissed.
Give it to you.
She's giving me a hard time because my daughter gave me the new pair of headphones that she was waiting to give me. So that's why she's giving me a head. Who gave those to you?
I got headphones plugged in right now too. My hearing's getting so bad.
That's why I've got these things, because I can't. If there's any background noise in the room, I get. I don't know if it's I get distracted or what it is, but that would be interesting, because I know you and I at the time, we heard the connection, we could understand it and so forth, but it's been so long. But it'd be interesting just to have have him explain that and so forth,
Yeah.
and go over some other case law that.
Well, I'm
Common,
trying to charge the phone up right now.
Yeah.
We
you know,
can.
especially common stuff that we may run across, or an auditor may run across, or something like that.
Right.
All right. We'll run the video. So
Yep.
give you a chance to charge up.
You don't know what to do, huh? I notice how you guys cleared all the hell out of here now that I'm here. This ain't your property. Unless you're a snake with two heads. Yeah? Hey, thanks for Buddy Riley there. Did he pull this car over? I notice you guys be quiet when people ask questions, but when the general public, when you guys come, you guys want people to talk. Why don't you ask them if they want to trespass me? You know what that's called? Soliciting a trespass. I was trying to set you up. Guys, do not call the Myrtle Beach Police Department and tell them how these guys are just useless maggots that waste taxpayer dollars.
Hang on. I gotta move.
Your corporal knows I'm going to be out here all night, so all week, all year. Get used to seeing me. Why don't you guys search it? He's not here. He can't contest to it at this point. See, the idea is to buy a beat-down old raggedy car, park in a bad neighborhood, and watch what the cops do. And that's exactly what Riley did. Can't be in a street. That's public property. Can't be on private property. Yeah, man, you fucking declared yourself fucking king. '42 USC 1983. I gotta watch what I say and what I do if I cuss one more time. Oh my God. Hey, when you took your oath, you remember taking that oath? I swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America against combatants, enemies, foreign, domestic, and I swear to protect that Constitution. Remember taking that? You swore that to me. That's your contract between me and you. You just broke that contract. I don't even know how many times right now in the last couple of minutes with me. I can zoom in too. Nazi cruiser with all the plate scanners.
I should have got a better view of that.
Don't worry, I'm walking on the sidewalk. Don't worry, I'm walking on the sidewalk. What we got in here? We got anything in here I got to worry about? Need those nice drugs, bombs, weapons? Anything that poke and stick me? Guys, you got to tell Cruiser 75 to slow down. I just caught him going around the corner at like 50 with no fucking blinker.
Now look at that light setup. You know that light setup on that cruiser right there is not cheap.
That's probably $15,000 right there.
Yeah, just the light package alone.
Yeah, people
is,
don't. Yeah, you now. Can I say that you own trucks? And
yeah, good.
Just as kind of conversation, I had
Yeah.
a few years back. I was trying to. I get into. I was trying to get a car dealer's license, and we'll get back to it in a second.
Now we're running names without probable cause of a crime being committed. Oh my God, the civil rights infractions tonight.
Okay, say what you're gonna say.
All right, so I was trying to get a car dealer's license. Me and my buddies years ago were selling cars or working under some guy's license. I was trying to get I had a tow truck. I was trying to get all the licenses to do the tow truck. I was doing a little bit of scrapping with another friend with a tow truck. What you just said, the LED light bar in their cars are probably $5,000. That strobe package and all that stuff, that's even more money than that. It's crazy to buy that stuff brand new.
I couldn't buy because what nobody was talking about is I used to run a transportation company. I owned a transportation company, and I had 5 trucks and a bunch of escort vehicles and so forth, with lights on them. And I can tell you that just a simple light package on one of my trucks, using the light bar and the mirror lights and so forth, would run between $1,500 to $2,000, and those were simple. And we're talking back in the 90s. Now these new light systems that they've got now, they're all computerized and they all do weird stuff and so forth. Those things, just the bar, like you say, it's got to be $5,000.
You know those light bars right there. You know they have features on those light bars, that you could hit a switch on that, like you just said. You can make that if they want to. They can make that thing start. They can make that thing start. How do I say it? I don't want to use that as an example because I make it misconstrued. You can hit a switch and that thing could be going purple and green flashing.
Yeah. These new light bars, like I say, they're run by computer, and they're amazing with these new light bars. And I wish I could have light package like that on some of my escort vehicles. My God! But hey, when the people are paying for it, and you can pretty much write your own check.
Well, they just wrote they did. They just did it with me. A tail light just cost me almost over $1,000.
Yeah. So
and I haven't been to court yet.
That's why I say it would be interesting. You should find out, where does that money go exactly?
Yeah,
Does
I'm
it,
gonna
does
find
it,
out.
does it stay in the municipality? Does it, in the city pocket, or does
Yeah.
it go into the county? Because if it goes in the city pocket, then it's nothing more than an income generating, a revenue generator.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
what. Yeah,
why,
right,
and that's,
right.
if you're a city and you're short on budget, you just tell all your cruisers, get out there and give us those $1,000, $2,000 thing. Go write big tickets, go write these tickets. And especially in a place like that, that's Myrtle Beach. That's where a lot of tourists go.
Yeah,
And if I'm down there for a week and I'm partying and I'm having fun for a week and I get a couple of tickets, I'm not going to go back there and fight those tickets. And so most of the people, they just send the fine in and that's it. And so for a place like that, I mean, those are nice income generating.
right.
They've got. So I'd be interested to find out whether or not they do it, because I'll bet you they do. A place like that.
I went down there again with SC Cop Watch today. Um, a bunch of people have done the town hall. We got enough. I'm not going to spoil it, but that's coming out probably tomorrow, maybe the next day. It's just the editing on that video, and I just bought a brand new SD card. My brother sent me uh, uh, a PayPal to get an SD card today, because he knew I was going out filming, and he wanted to make sure that my phone didn't stop in the middle of it, because he wanted to make sure I had enough memory. So,
Something you'd ought to look into. My wife just bought me, because I'm starting to download a lot of my videos and so forth. She bought me an 8 terabyte.
yeah,
That I'm downloading on. And you should get something like that and just download a lot of your videos that haven't been edited,
yeah,
so that you have the unedited versions. So if
yeah.
there's ever any question, you can always go to the unedited.
Oh, I do have that. I do have that. And I see. You've seen me before. I got a conglomerate of old cell phones. I'll even use phones that are not even hooked up to policies no more.
Yeah.
To film with, and and later on I'll have to go hotspot or house Wi-Fi to that phone to upload. That's usually how it works with me.
Yeah. I got to look up this and get a video. Someone showed me, I'm not going to say his name, how to take like the memory out of like if you've got an old laptop, you can take the memory or whatever it is out of it and utilize that to just plug into your phone, your computer or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And just download onto it. And a lot of people, they throw these computers out and they'll just take that stuff out and smash it, because they want to make sure that nobody can ever take anything off that computer again. But heck, if you've got old laptops, you just take the I don't know, take his hard drive memory, whatever it is that they take out, and utilize that. You can plug it right in. So I'm gonna look for. I know there's something on YouTube I've seen before after that guy showed it to me that I've seen on how to do that. Maybe I'll get that and I'll play that someday. So give people an idea. So instead of paying, 40, 50, $60 for a memory thing, just throw it on an old laptop hard drive or whatever.
Right.
You don't even have to keep.
I remember, like, I was sitting in the back seat of that cruiser, and I was saying to the cop as he's driving me into the Sally Port the whole way to the police station. I was saying to him, like I said, you don't know who you just locked up. I'm like, you really don't. And he's like, it's not like I'm some fucking buddy big on YouTube. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, I'm like, you don't have any idea what you just did. I said, you're making a mistake. I says, why don't you just pull over now, and uncuff me? No, I'm not making a mistake. I'm like, no, you're making a mistake. And I'm like, you really are making a fucking mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a threat. You know what I mean? You just don't have any idea. And he just never got to he had no idea. Well, he clearly didn't want to get recorded. Clearly he was fucking up somewhere. And it was going so fucking professional. I'm swearing. I'm sorry. It was going so professional up until that.
Oh yeah,
mean,
because you were saying you thought he was going to be a good, decent guy. That's why he had the
I
windows
thought
rolled
yeah,
down. To,
dude, that tail light,
yeah.
a brake light. You think a brake light? Like I don't care about a brake light. It's a brake light. All right. I'll give me my warning, and I used to fix cars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and SC Cop Watch put it in this morning. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Or give me a
it was a
or
10
give me
millimeter.
give me a fix it ticket, and I'll freaking I'll bring it back to you and show it's
Yeah.
fixed.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Well, what? And I was telling SC Cop Watch I guess when he pulled me over, there was two. I looked. I looked over at one point. There was another cop on the passenger side of the car. So I mean, get out of the car. I mean, that's where we're going with this. I mean, I get there. I'm talking to the corporal through the cell, or the lieutenant, or whatever the hell his name is. I forget his name at this point. I got him on video when I went back there. There's other videos I still got to put up. He's like the guy saying to me, he's like, it's officer safety. Officer fucking safety, dude. I'm sitting there with both hands on the fucking steering wheel. I gave you all my information. I'm holding my phone up around the steering wheel, showing you the insurance card on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And then you start doing your weird shit. I mean, I started getting a little nervous, and I started to roll up the friggin' window, and I started the program to go live, and he didn't want that to happen.
Well, the whole idea of getting me out of the car, okay, maybe not now because I'm not in the shape, but when I was in my 30s and 40s, you get me out of the car. That's where you don't want me. It's out of the car. If I've got any idea of hurting you, officer, you're better off that I'm sitting in the car where I can't get my hands on you. I don't know why these guys think they're safer with you outside. Yeah, okay, maybe I could have a gun, but by the time I can ever get my gun, get my hands on it,
right,
and you're going to put two in my head before that ever happens, and what am I going to do? Reach out and grab you and pull you in? I mean, come on, seriously.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I just don't understand. If you're that fucking nervous about being a fucking cop, quit.
Yeah, you shouldn't be a cop. Yeah, if you're, and that's the argument that we've made though, is that if there's an officer out there who feels that job is so dangerous, then he probably shouldn't be involved in that, because then what ends up happening is he's always going to pull the gun quick. He's going to pull the taser quick. He's always watching for that issue, watching for that danger, when he should be just watching other things.
Now I looked up the statute on this. Even the municipal ordinance says the same thing as most statutes say. You have to be getting arrested for another charge to be getting charged with resisting arrest. So what was you can't get really arrested, but I guess apparently they did it. I mean, for a brake light's not an arrest, but I mean clearly you pulled me over and you just wanted to fucking rip me out of the fucking car and toss my fucking car, go on a fishing fucking expedition, and you realize I probably knew something, and you realize I knew something, and you did, and then once you realize I knew something, you want to cover it up with threat of arrest. I mean, he basically attempted to fucking silence me by throwing me into a fucking cell, and it cost $50 fucking for a phone call out of there.
Well, he shut you down for the night, and that was his whole intention.
Well, yeah, I mean, he just didn't realize I had a mother at home, and I had a fucking, you know what I'm saying? He didn't realize that, I shouldn't be saying this is personal.
Well,
He didn't realize mom had money to get me out.
Right, but his intentions was just to take you and your camera off the street that night.
Right.
Well,
I wasn't even Brian. I wasn't even auditing yet. I never even had Brian. Some of my videos around this area that I've done before were low view videos. I've never really had too many contact. People of other auditors saying, "Oh, you don't interact with them," blah blah blah. I try to do the thing, like I try to give you a chance, before you fuck up. But I mean, now I already know how cops are. No one can tell me cops are good. I'll tell you right now, my ACAB.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's what I'll say right now. I ride or die. I'll go in prison. I'll go to fucking SEG. I'll go if you're my cellie. You know they want to come in here. You got something. We got an extra fucking TV that we're not supposed to have on the mattress. I'm gonna be with you. We're gonna throw the mattress up against the door. We're going to SEG together, dude. You know that's how it is. You know, but it's like crazy. I mean, I could talk about it after the fact because I know the guys are out of jail now. I mean, one of my cellies, we had 3 TVs in the fucking cell. We had to make one up and put it on my inventory report saying I owned a TV I didn't have, and we had another TV on the thing. We were I'll say it now. Fuck it. You want to come and try to get me now? I was running goddamn fucking pool bets on fucking football with them. You know? Allegedly. They never proved. Oh, can they do that? Oh yeah, maybe they could. Fuck.
Allegedly.
You know, it's like now the next time I go to prison, they'll be looking for a third TV.
No, officer at the monitor. What do you matter with you?
Fuck. Shit.
Okay, let's watch the end of this. This is an interesting video. Let's watch the end of this. Okay.
Wow. Did you ask her? Did you say, hey, you don't have to do this? On the Terry v. Ohio, you don't have to do this? No, you fucking didn't. You just demanded it like a fucking cocksucking piece of shit tyrant. Fucking mutt. Don't worry, the Supreme Court rule, I can talk to them any way I want and harass them.
What happened to the if you swear again, I'm going to throw you in jail? What happened to that guy?
I wish I could call, I remember the guy's name. Somebody said they left it on Josh's comment section today.
Without probable cause, that's reasonable expectation of privacy. Yeah, tell him I'm an asshole. I'm here for his civil rights, right? Running people's names. What was the crime them two just did to run their names? All you're trying to do is put people in friggin' jail. Body snatcher. Glorified dog catcher.
Just looking for those warrants that they can get.
Mm-hmm.
All they want.
Let's see if we can jam up 2 more people and put them in custody tonight.
Those warrants are big money makers.
Yep. They got a pit bull in the back seat there. Because apparently the dog didn't have a warrant.
Well, they probably haven't run him yet. Now, if they check everybody in the car,
Guy's got nothing to say.
what if the dog doesn't have his license?
We'll be around all night long, guys. I got 2 more live stream
Did they
notifications
hand him
going
up?
on.
Hang on 1 second.
Brilliant.
I didn't hear you because Mom talking on my video, so I can't hear you with both at the same time. What was the question you asked?
I said, what happens if the dog doesn't have his license?
Oh, the dog. My dog went to jail in Rhode Island for that. My dog went to
shit.
jail for a bunch of stuff in Rhode Island.
That's too bad.
Oh, I wasn't afforded this opportunity 2 hours ago when you did this to me.
I just tell my dog, don't answer any questions.
You guys go fuck yourself tonight.
My dog's probably been. My dog got arrested. My dog got arrested a couple of times. My dad calls it. My dad used to bust my balls before my last stint. My dad.
Seeing you guys on a nightly basis.
My dad said the dog got more time in fucking jail than you do. Doggy time because of 7 years to a day, 7 years to a year.
Yeah.
I'm all about.
The dog was in jail for 45 friggin' days.
45 days.
Yeah, my dad got my dog. My dad saved my dog's life.
You lose your fucking job.
Oh yeah, at some point,
Bye-bye,
point in
little
time, they don't care. They're just gonna put the dog down. I've often wondered how these
Make
guys
sure
can
he's got a
sleep at
blinker
night.
on. Has he got a fucking blinker on?
If my brother's watching, I gotta say that too. I gotta give him a shout out. Between my dad and my brother, between the two of them, one paid for the insurance, and the other one basically bailed it out with and some other stuff.
Oh, no blinker! No freaking blinker! You loser!
Okay, people, just because you saw it over here, still go over to AFA and watch a little bit over there so we can get the view over there, help get his algorithm back up.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Go ahead.
if any other auditors that are silently watching this video right now, you do have the right. Any auditors, civil rights activists, pro First 1A, cop watchers, anybody that you can share my video. You have my permission. You can share you can share this video as long as you give us credit for it and you just give us a shout out and plug our channel as you're doing it. You have our permission.
Breaking the flaw. What's happening? Breaking the flaw. Would you like to come up and say hi to everybody? Tell us what you're up to. Are you out cop watching? No, are you cop watching tonight, No Name, or what are you doing?
Dude, I did my live stream because I found that out about the goddamn guitar amplifier, and that just set me off. And I was sitting in the house, and I'm talking to my mother and stuff, and you know, everybody. I don't know what we could talk about it on YouTube, but everything that's going on up there and between Maryland and Virginia right now it's got like everybody watching TV in the house, and I was all like coming in from a cop watch all day auditing, and then I was all geared up, and then I like to play my guitar too just to relax. And I'm looking at my fucking amp, and I'm like, where are all the fucking knobs? You know what I mean? Like, where are all the fucking knobs?
Yeah.
I'm like, I go out to the car, and I look at the trunk, and I look at the amp. I'm like, oh, that's what those fucking are.
It looks like I stopped it too early, I guess. Anna says, Brian, please press play. Play. There must have been something else.
Press play.
And that's the reason I fucking stopped it today.
Oh. Cool. So, did I hear right? I'm not sure if it was you or whether it was Mid. Somebody said that you guys are going to try to put a video up once a week, once every other week. Is that what I heard, or was it?
We're gonna try. We're gonna try to be putting up more than that. I mean,
well, that's the minimum you're looking at getting up right now.
Yeah, we're trying to do something. That's what we're trying to do a lot, and
yeah.
It's just timing. Like how we do it. We gotta. I gotten used to doing it by myself. It's like that right there. Normally, I'm not like that by myself. I will be like that with other people around me because then you have other camera angles. I haven't been like that in so long. I was fired up, and it just came out. It's like you can't give these assholes the benefit of a doubt because what happens. Look what happens. I gave EG the benefit of the fucking doubt, the benefit of the fucking doubt, the benefit of the motherfucking doubt. You know what I mean? And look how they fucking did me dirty.
Yeah.
And it's like it's all a lot of different things are going on right now in my personal life that it's like it's just one thing after the fucking other. It's ridiculous. I mean, I did a half a live stream last week. I pulled down. People want to make that's maybe this I want to say it, but I just don't know how to say it. It's like I probably shut the fuck up with some things. I mean, people are trying to accuse me of all kinds of fucking things. It's like the person that evicted me, I worked for, and that's it's put it this way. She let me go in March when COVID happened. Remember that Josh did a video how she laid me off because she didn't like I was filming the cops because her brother's a Capitol Police in Rhode Island. So she laid me off. COVID happened. The COVID pandemic unemployment happened, right? So I was collecting COVID unemployment, right? Everything's closed. I can't work, right? To retaliate because I got behind on rent and she locked me out illegally and I filed a TRO to get back in to retaliate. she turned around and 9 months into the fucking unemployment, she fucking files for a fucking adjudication on it, got my unemployment shut off for the last 2 fucking weeks. So I've been broke, and then my fucking stimulus fucking comes in, and then this fucking shit happens.
Yeah, that's great. So
everything that my mother had to put money into this to get me the fuck out too. My mother had to help me with this. I was calling her, my aunt, the other night, just because I didn't. She said ask her. She said it's fine. You could say it's me, and I said all right.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was, but all my phones were dead when I got out, just about out of jail. I did a live stream at the jail and it died. I did a second live and it died.
Yeah.
I pull over and my mother pulls over after we get the car back. I pull over the gas station across the street. I'm like, I don't have a phone. Shit. She says, use my phone. My mother's been through so much with the stuff that I've been through. She even says, you know, sometimes to me, she goes, my mother's like, not dumb, but my mother's not. I'm not saying bad things about my mom. I'm saying my mother says, you know, you got to look at it from their angle. You know, they're probably doing it because they have a job, they have families and stuff like that. But after the last incident that happened with me, and the things that are going on with me now, my mother looked at it. I knew my mother gave me her goddamn phone to go film the cops and stood across the street with her car watching me do this. My mother's never watched any of my videos. My mother has had a vague idea, not really anything what's going on. And she totally didn't. She didn't like give me the mother thing. You shouldn't have talked to them like that. You shouldn't. All I did is walk her back across the street, hand her her phone back, and then we drove home. Yeah. After that.
Yeah, it's good to have family.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Now, my father on the other side of it, my father's gotten older now. He's 74. It's like, my brother's just texting me now, too. That's crazy. My brother's texting me right now. He's not, I guess he's saying something about the other things. I don't know if we could talk about YouTube. He said that thing that's happened between Virginia and Maryland. He said, I don't think he's watching this. Maybe he is.
I don't know. There's stuff I haven't even watched the news in the past 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know if we could talk politics on YouTube, can we?
Well, you can, but it's just ridiculous because you know, I knew after this election in Georgia that shit's gonna hit the fan, and I just I'm not even interested. Yeah. I'll probably have to watch tomorrow because I'll probably have to cover something about it. But
I've been cop watching doing this. I get so wrapped up with auditing and then everything else and talking to friends and stuff. It's like
I may go out and do a couple.
Watch the news, you know.
Yeah, my daughter's back in school now, so I may go out and try to get a couple of cop watches in, a couple of stuff in. And with me, it's been hard because she's home every day. We had a scare with her. Somebody in her class had COVID, so she had to be isolation for 10 days for that. And then somebody in her karate class had COVID. She had to be, so she couldn't go that. And then now the new place that she's going to gymnastics, somebody's got the coach has got COVID. So it's freaking coach. People don't think this COVID shit is making much, but I'll tell you what, it shut a lot of shit down.
Right.
And it doesn't seem to be getting much better. So, but I think I'm going to try to get out now. She's back in school because she wasn't able to be in school with the teacher, and I think I'm going to try to get out next few days and try to get some cop watches in. But it's too freaking much colder. Holy shit.
It is. I've heard from family members how cold it is. I'm like, it is what it is. I mean,
you know where I live.
If you had nowhere to go and you're crashing on couches and stuff, and some nights you're sleeping in the car, and some nights, you had a little extra money, you got money that came in, you get unemployment. That's what happened when the unemployment got cut down. that's why a couple of times a week I got a hotel because I used the goddamn paycheck that week to fucking pay for the fucking hotel. You know, that's why
Yeah.
sometimes I had a couple of friends that had things with hotel points and stuff like that. They were able to get me a deal with my, so some nights I would have 3 nights straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then then the rest of it was that my friends. I can't say who he is because he's got a long time. He's got more time in jail than probably God. But I mean,
What,
I don't even want the cops to even know me and him are friends because it's not like we are friends. We're really, really good friends, but I just don't want the fucking cops to like ever link us two together because I don't want them harassing him.
when you go back out and do another audit and you're going to put it on AFA, could you do me a favor and give us, or just come over and just give us like a 5-minute clip or a 3-minute clip, just so that we've got something to show this is what is going on or what's going on, so that people can just see a little bit of a teaser, and then they'll go over and
I'll ask the person that's running AFA. Yeah.
Yeah, even just a little 5-minute clip, if I could get
Yep.
that, just so that I can play it, just so it'll tease people, so that they'll go over and run, see it over there, and at least that way people can see what's going on and try to run some more traffic off that way and so forth. But
AFA at this point is like the board of directors, if you get what I'm trying to say. It's like I can't say who's involved, but it all goes back to the top. So, yeah, I'll ask.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? Anything?
Dude, I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm just fucking pissed because this fucking lady, man. Can I say things because that fucking lady, man, fucking fucked me, man. I had, she got me fucking in all kinds of fucking stupidity shit. All kinds of stupid shit. And the stern the knife, then she goes off and fucking lies to unemployment, dude. Fucking takes, and now I have to wait for the adjudication, basically the process to come back out of it. It's like I've been on it for fucking 9 months. I even said it to the adjudicator. They're even like, yeah, we understand what you're saying. It's like this is a little too fucking late in the fucking game now to challenge it.
Yeah,
that's how fucking like it's like really, and then the president just signs the rent relief. You know what I mean? So people that weren't able to pay fucking rent, you can go file with the government that if you're losing your business or your tenants couldn't pay you. You know what I'm trying to say?
And so she's gonna go get that.
Yeah, my unemployment got cut down to 100 a fucking week. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
How can I pay fucking rent and fucking eat at the same fucking time?
Exactly. You think you'd be able to get some of that extra money that they're handing out to everybody. It seems to me that the people who need it don't get it, and the people who don't need it are getting it.
Dude, I got when I was getting the unemployment, when they were giving that extension money on it, I was stuck down here, right? And I got back. I paid her up to date. You know what I mean? I was paying her. I got the car fixed. I got some other things taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Then it ended. You know what I mean? I don't have to put all my finances out there. Then it got cut down to $100 a week.
Mm-hmm.
Then she wants to turn around and say she's a fucking hotel. No, you're a rooming house. You're just trying to lie to the fucking courts and shit, saying you're a fucking hotel. What hotel would let somebody go away, be backed up on fucking rent that long? If you check into the Best Western or anything tonight, and you buy one night right now, Brian, right? Checkout times tomorrow probably all right. I've been at a few 11 to 10 in the morning. You stay there till fucking the maid's gonna be there probably between 11 or 1 o'clock and say, what are you fucking still doing in the room? Did you buy another night? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then anything over 30 days, anything over 30 days in Rhode Island at any hotels is considered a tenancy. I got the laws on it now. The judge
Yeah, I
that
think it's
denied
the
me.
same way in Maine too, I think.
Yeah, she's fucking trying to get it around it. She had a slumlord scumbag fucking lawyer. I got articles in the news about him. And, you know, she's just, you know, that's just fucking evilness, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I worked for her in the spring before me and Josh went to Louisiana, right? That's the last time I worked for her, in March, I think. March. It was definitely March. I was gonna say February, but it was March.
Because I remember you were going back there when you guys are coming back off the road. You were going back
Right,
there.
right. Yeah, me and Josh had to rush home from Alabama for her.
Mhm.
And then I get there and she's like, I you know what? Because my brother's a cop and everything you guys are doing, she never fired me.
Mhm.
She never said anything. And Josh even got on the phone with her one time and said, you got to tell him one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad the way that she's been treating you. I mean you and I were talking about it, you know, plenty of times before and stuff. And I mean she was being a bitch. The stuff that she was doing, trying to get you to get back to Rhode Island so that she could freaking get you locked up and stuff. And that's ridiculous.
What she's trying to do now is saying that she's trying to say that she's trying to make up all kinds of stuff. It's just like it's just ridiculous. I mean, this is the fucking East Greenwich fucking police are fucking even retarded too. I mean, shame on them. I mean, it's just like, you know, this is why I was saying in my life with all my swearing and stuff. It's how I talk. You guys know that. I mean, I just got to probably clean it up. I mean, when going to prison probably didn't help my speech, but
I got no excuse. I just talk this way.
Yeah. My dad was in the Navy, so he's a sailor.
Yeah. Well, I drove truck for 30 years, so I suppose I got a good excuse.
Right.
You don't hear truck drivers talk with the sweetest mouth.
So yeah, I was constantly the child that was always getting suspended from school for swearing on the bus or something.
Oh God, I was always getting kicked off
my
the
mother
bus
blames
as
my
well.
father because the atmosphere that the things he's a good father. It's not like he was a bad father. You know, he had, when I was younger, he'd, you know, drink, but I mean, the union meetings, because, you know, both parents worked, you know, and he had to go to the union meetings and stuff. I used to go to a lot of the union meetings and the parties, not the parties, the get-togethers in the parking lots afterwards. I mean, you're a truck
I
driver.
say you go to a union meeting. There's usually a party.
Oh yeah, dude, you know what? I don't know if maybe a lot of people know this name in Rhode Island. I know Stu Monday very fucking well. You know, I saw him all the time when I was a kid. When my dad, the president of 251. You know.
Oh, we used to have a lot of. We used to
I
have
know
a
Paul
lot of
D'Amico.
unions.
Everybody, yeah.
We used to have a lot of unions in this area because the Rumford paper mill, and the Rumford paper mill was really big on unions. And you know, we had the unions for the trucks, and just, you know, there was unions everywhere.
Right.
And everybody worked, you know, within the union somehow. Everybody made good money. Everybody lived well. And then all of a sudden they broke their unions. And ever since then, it's people just friggin' scrape to get by now.
My dad and a few guys got the Teamsters in Rhode Island Hospital for all the nurses. My dad and them guys were the reason how they got in there. They got them in there first for themselves, you know, and then they pushed with the nurses, and they with the Teamsters 251. They got them into the co-op. They got them in the Hasbro. They got them into women and infants. They got them into most of the lifespan because of my dad and a few of those guys. You know, if it wasn't for those guys, my dad, those nurses wouldn't have had the union.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, they fought and fought and fought and fought. I was at a lot of them fucking meetings. I was at a lot of rallies. I'm the oldest of my parents' kids. So, I mean, between me and one of my brothers, the brother next down is probably 4 years apart, and the next one down after that, it's 5. Then my sister is like 8. So, I mean, you know.
Yep, I know the feeling. I'm one of 6. So, Okay, well, I think I'm going to call an early evening of it. We started a little late, but I'm going to call it an early evening. And thank you for coming on. Appreciate you being here to go through
Yep.
that video and so forth.
Yep.
Like I said, everybody, please go over and hit that like over on Josh's page and give him a view on that video.
Yep.
It's really important that he gets
Yep.
his algorithms back up. And I think with No Name and him in mid Ohio doing the videos, I think it'll be a good chance to get that back on
Yep.
squared up. Him and then,
And don't forget cameras.
oh, is Cam doing stuff too?
Cameras, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
AFA crew.
Yeah. Oh, I just
Yep.
didn't know if Cam was. I didn't see anything from Cam.
Cameras
yet.
had a video. Cameras had a video up there. He put up there too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
When was it? Maybe 3 or 4 weeks back. It did very well the night he put it out. What video was it? Now you got me. I know the video. I forget the name of the titles of the videos of the spots. I forget.
Thank you, James Richards.
Yep.
Well, you know, James.
Hey, James.
At some point in time, you have to realize that the little shit sometimes is gets in between people, and it's just for stupidity that it does. And at some point in time, you have you have to remember what the important thing is, and I think that's what all of us have started to understand and realize that the little shit we were talking about wasn't as important as the big things that we're fighting for. And if we're going to fight for what we all know is the common good, then we can't be worried about the little shit. So hopefully tonight.
Everybody gets in bickers and stuff. And
yeah,
the thing is that I've only seen it once in my life, and it was in Providence. This is probably 10 years ago. I was on Broad Street. We brought a car to we brought a car from a car lot from Warwick to the car lot they were selling in Providence, and I was just pulling it up. I was taking the dealer plate off the car, and fucking 2 Providence cruisers pull up in the street and they start screaming at each other. That's the only time like that you could tell they not the way they were talking to each other. I've never seen conduct of that from cops ever. And it was like, it was like if they probably were in a bar room or somewhere, those two would be beating the fuck out of each other. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad in the street. I mean, everybody came, like the people all around the storefronts, people walking on the sidewalks are all looking at it in the middle of the street. They were screaming at each other. And you could tell they, if something was going to happen, they weren't friends. You could definitely tell they weren't friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I've never seen cops do that ever in my life.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, though. The cops stick together. These assholes stick together. That's what they want. They want divided we fall. Divided we shall fall. United we will stand.
Yeah. He's right. We're not always going to agree. There's going to be times where, myself and No Name are going to have different viewpoints, or D, and we're not always going to be able to disagree. But I think we always have to remember to be grown up enough to talk about it and work through it and so forth. I've got to admit that, I went too far, and I apologize for going too far. I'm not going to get into the whole friggin' thing and open up and pour salt and shit, but I went too far. I realize that, and if I'm not able to say that, then what we just did tonight really doesn't mean much. But I apologize to you, No Name, and hopefully,
it's all right. It was confusion. It was confusion, Brian.
Yeah, we've been friends too long to let something stupid.
All I said was basically what happened. I mean, I didn't see the chat going on, and it fades out on the screen. It looks like, you have to touch the screen. I had no idea what was going on. And I thought, I didn't even know you were in there at one point. I didn't find out till after you were in there. I thought you were calling me just to talk to me. That's why I rejected the call. I wasn't doing it to be an asshole.
Yeah. And I know better, but it's what ends up happening is it's nothing to do with No Name. It's nothing to do with AFA. It has to do with what's going around that day, that week.
Yeah.
You've got all of this shit coming in from different angles. I've got this one and that one that was arguing with me. And then all of a sudden something comes up like that. And it just, what always ends up happening is you end up taking out anger on your friends, which is freaking stupid. We should never do that. But that's what ends up happening, and that's what happened in this. And D and Anna, I was so stupid the way that was.
Yeah.
I apologize 100 times over.
Right.
I'm just glad that we were all, smart enough to not take it too far, that we stepped back, cooled off, cooler heads prevailed, and this is where we are now. And I think Josh would be a lot happier for what he would see here tonight, not what he'd seen before. So
it's just so much stuff going, like everything that's going on in the world, it's like, I mean, everything, it's like people don't realize when we do this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes things too that we have to do. It's like a lot, it's a lot more interactive than people think. I mean, it's like, it's like it becomes your life. I mean, I'm doing something with this phone and the internet all goddamn day,
Well, and the thing of it is what people don't realize is that this cop watch shit doesn't get shut off after we shut the cameras off. Because once you start doing this cop watching and auditing and so forth, you've pissed off departments. You've pissed off, police out on the street. They're watching your ass after that.
You see my life tonight? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I got a bad habit. Yeah, I went up against that cement wall against that building. This is gun country down here, and I love the Second Amendment. I'm not saying anything bad about it. But if I get some angry back the blue supporter here that's confused and never had an interaction with a cop and never been abused by a cop, he's drinking a few beers or something like that, and he wants to pop off his 38 or his 45. It's right in the back of my head. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, you know what I mean? I never say this, but we go out auditing and we're always with somebody that has a 2A. You know what I'm trying to say?
There's usually always a second camera.
It's either the second camera or there's someone you never see on camera that's in the car that's laying in the back seat slouched down or something like that. Or, what I'm trying to say? There's always somebody with us that's got a 2A in case something happens and somebody wants to do some sick shit. You know what I mean? We got somebody there that backs us up. And
what we were doing in Boston, down on Massachusetts Avenue. We would drive by, we would see something. I would drop you off. Right. Or you would Josh off. I would drop you guys off. I would go around the corner. So if something happened, at least I was over there that I knew what happened and so forth. I was there to witness what had happened.
Right.
And so there's a lot of that stuff. So what ends up happening when you do that is the cops now know what you've got for vehicle. So the rest of the evening, every time they see that vehicle, they get in behind you. So that's what I mean. Why these people watching these videos need to understand that there's a lot that goes into what's being done out there in the street.
Right.
When the camera goes off, this doesn't all shut off.
Right.
Once you start doing this camera thing, it follows you.
I think Josh. I've heard this from all the other owners I worked with, Josh too. Me and Josh have had him follow us 3 or 4 fucking cities later. Unmarked. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll get in their personal vehicles and follow you because they want to know where you live. Or they want to know what hotel you're going into. So if they find out if you're staying here for any length of time, they'll call the hotel and try to get the hotel to kick you out.
And Brian, that's the obvious cars they're driving. That's the obvious Taurus, the Ford Fusion, or the Dodge Charger, or the Crown Vic, or the Explorer. We're not talking the Hyundai Sonatas they drive. They drove a Hyundai Sonata. I guess I didn't catch it. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say. I'm saying that being sarcastic, but you know what I mean. I do have my guard up, but I mean, we filmed cars down in Louisiana and New Orleans, and they had goddamn dubs on them, and they're painted lime green with fins, looking like race cars. It didn't even
Yeah.
look like it was going to be a cop car.
I can't remember what John, what we were all doing, and I think that was in I think it was in Rhode Island or South Boston, south of Boston, down around
You're
that
talking
way.
about the 745i, the Beamer?
Yeah,
Yep,
the
yep.
Beamer was there, and remember
Yep.
these other, like, there was a red friggin' Volvo that came out, and
Mhm.
we were looking and spotting these lights in the front of these cars and filming them, and just
Yep.
cars that you would never expect
Yeah,
to
me and
be.
Josh have me and Josh, I think me and Josh have gotten a few Beamers when we worked together. We've
Yeah.
had a few Beamers. I've always known about the Beamers, but you know, if the Beamer's pulling up, there anybody that in any kind of criminal activity, or you got the cops talking to you, or they want to talk to you, if you ever get pulled over and the guy in the Beamer shows up and you don't get arrested that night, that's just a dead indicator. Whatever you're fucking doing, slow your roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think, and again, it's speculation. I think what happens a lot of times, like we used to have a guy, one of the cops here in the state of Maine, used to have a Corvette. Now, let me tell you what, they're not buying Corvettes, fucking police cruisers. So what that had to have been was something that was acquired through a drug, or some other thing where they ended up keeping the car, taking the car and so forth. And I think that's what a lot of these departments are doing. They're getting these cars that are being forfeited, and they're taking them and throwing the shit into them and using them as undercover cars. Because some of the colors of cars are not colors that you would normally see on a cruiser.
Right. Well, my buddy and I, when we were scrapping cars, right? He couldn't believe it one day. He was shitting bricks. This guy bought a 89 5.0 Mustang GT, right? I guess something happened with the engine. It blew up. My buddy goes up and picks it up for junk. Rhode Island at the time was the 10 years with the bill of sale and the last registration, right? He gets the bill of sale from the guy in the last registration. He pulls up at my fucking house and he says, dude, you will never fucking believe this. I'm like, what? He hands me the last registration of the car. I said, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They had one of these. Warwick fucking police had a 5.0 GT.
Well, back in the 80s, remember they used to use those police interceptors?
Yep.
And when they'd sell the car, they'd take the interceptors off. Well,
the interceptor is just the engine. And a lot of times they can't take it's the boring, it's the injectors, it's the intake. A lot of it sometimes can't. What they do nowadays with these newer cars, they take the chip out. Anybody can get. You can go to some places and have the chip modded back up.
You can go, and that's what people are doing now. Before they were able to cut them back, but now, man, some of the street cars now got more horsepower than the cops' cars. Some of these guys are putting chips into their computers and adding stuff to their motors. I mean, some of these guys are running 500, 600, 700 horse for Christ's sakes on the road right now. Some of these street cars that are dragging and stuff, they're running 400, 500, 600 horsepower. Some of them, it's crazy.
I'll never forget the sound of a Crown Vic 90s, the 90s Crown Vics up into the last day they made those Crown Vics. I'll never forget the sound of those 4.6s.
Yeah.
I still hear. I'll take a walk down the street. If I hear somebody driving like a 97 or a 2006 Grand Marquis, I get that, like, all right, what the fuck, I still get that, like, I'm not even doing anything wrong walking down the street. I get, oh, what the fuck is it now? I still get that. Even doing the auditing, like, even if I have 2 minutes to my own life and I'm just walking to the store or whatever the fuck I'm doing, I hear that sound. It's like, all right, here we go. And then I found out some little old lady driving a fucking Grand Marquis or something.
Yeah. Jackie, good citizen Green, I owe you an apology today. I started my live and I left it running and had to go take my daughter to the karate, and you didn't do your live because I was live. I'm sorry about that. I'll never do that again. I apologize. I usually always check with her if she's going to do a live, but for some reason, I don't know if there's something was going on or what I did, but I jumped right on and took her her time away. But she hadn't been doing it for a couple of days, so I guess that's why I didn't think too much about it. But
I'm down to 2%, and I just want to say
Alright.
to GW Spooner down there in the bottom that said, I know an old timer who says the early 90s Chevy Caprices were ballsy. A lot of people don't know that when they put back out the Caprices the last few years, they were manufactured in Australia. They had the 6.2 liter V8s. Those things, a lot of police departments didn't buy them because they were like $40,000 cop cars. But if you can get your hands on one of those cop cars, those cars have like over 400 horse factory, 6.2 liter V8s. Those things will tear the doors off of the GTOs and any other V8 cars. The Camaros. Those things are sick fast. A lot of police departments didn't buy them because of the expense, and they bought the Tauruses instead with a little 2.8 cylinders. But I mean,
Yeah.
those things are a hot rodder's dream. I've seen people buy them after they retire them. They take out the spotlight. They do up the interior with the holding Caprice interior. It's leathered down. It looks really clean. I mean, those things are looking. They're on the concept of the Chevy SS that was out a few years ago that they stopped making.
yeah. All right. Well, if you're at 2%, I better let you get out of here so you
All
can
right.
get that plugged in before it dies on you.
All right.
All right,
Later,
well,
guys.
Oh, hey,
Thanks,
it was
everybody.
good. It was good
Yep.
talking to you. It was good having
Yep.
you on.
Yep.
Hopefully we can do this again
Yep.
soon. So,
All right.
you have a good
All right.
one.
All
Stay
right.
safe.
Later, everybody. Good night.
Good day.
Bye.
Okay, everybody in the chat. I bet I freaked some people out tonight. Well, let me tell you, at some point in time, like I said, we have to. Oh, someone's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm down to 1% in the car. Yeah. So no, we're not live no more.
Oh no, we're still live.
Oh, all right.
I was just saying it probably freaked some people out tonight to see you and I just here talking and so forth.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, there's nothing to say, was it?
It was this. I didn't know what was going on, and I talked to people, and I told people they can't be calling people names in the chats and stuff, and I said,
Yeah.
I said we all got to be adults and be mature about this and stuff like that. And it's and he said he was, and we've all come to terms on it, and
yeah, him and I have talked, and we're good. As a matter of fact, if you see him, tell him that his Mid Ohio is unblocked, and I think it was his wife that I unblocked.
Yeah.
And I don't see the henchman in there, so I don't think I ever blocked his henchman one. So he should be all good now. And of course, all you guys are all good. You guys, I don't think you never got blocked on anything, so you should be all set.
I figured out how to do it now from the phone. You got to get the channel link, and you got to go up to the channel, and when you hit the where you go to share the channel too, it says block user, unblock user. Somebody taught me that.
Oh, you're smarter than I am about it, because I don't know how to unblock until I get home and get my computer.
Yeah, that's how I thought you how to do it, and it's like I mean, now the cat's out of the bag. I've been asking Mom to use her laptop. You're not using my laptop for that. This is a week or two ago, before all this stuff. It's like she's like, you're not using my laptop for that stuff, and I was like, oh, come on. It's like I gotta get in there. I gotta log in.
Well, I finally had broken out. I've got this. I swear it's a 1930s computer. Obviously, it's not.
Yeah.
But it's got to be 8-10 years old, and I don't know. I have to wait so long to change from one thing to the other, and if I'm trying to go and add a video, it takes me so long. So I finally broke down, and I ordered a friggin' computer.
Yeah.
And I do trading online. I do microcurrency. I started doing that now, so I'm into the Bitcoin and some of these other coins I invest in.
I was trying to get into that like 2 years ago in 2018 when I got out, but I got so wrapped up fighting that case. I learned about all these auditors and stuff, started watching everything, got wrapped in it. Then I started auditing. Now I'm fighting all these new cases and stuff like that. It's stuff like that. It's just nonstop legal stuff I'm always doing. I can never do anything else. It's like,
I tell you, if you had a, you'll hate yourself when I tell you this. If you had gotten into it 2 years ago, all right, and invested whatever you want to invest, it's gone up. 2 years ago, it was about $5,000 for Bitcoin. Right
Yeah.
now, I think it's just top $37,000 right now for Bitcoin.
Damn.
So can you
Jesus.
imagine if you had invested $10,000, $15,000, you'd be
Oh,
over
yeah.
100, you'd have over 100,000 right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. If the person that I was with didn't put all those bogus charges on me and make up all those lies and none of that stuff didn't ever it didn't lie like the way they did. I probably, yeah. I mean, I remember walking into a courthouse and going to a conference room and dropping $4,500 right on the fucking table for one lawyer.
Yeah.
It made me fucking. I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I was thinking at the time, like, that's the 745, 750i I could have put a down payment on.
Mhm.
I've been paying lawyers and paying fines for cops and shit for fucking 20 years now. This is why I'm so passionate into this stuff now. Like, fuck these guys. They've taken everything I've ever worked for, taken all my fucking money. I mean, when does it fucking end?
Well,
I mean,
I think that's one of the problems of being an auditor. I think
yeah.
is these cops, they hate auditors so bad. They hate people.
Oh no, did it jam up?
They hate the people that hold them accountable so bad
Yeah.
that they will do anything they can to destroy you. And
Oh, they made the
a lot
yeah.
of
It's like,
times it's the information that they'll give to somebody that's out to screw you. The information that they'll give
right.
or what have you. It's
Well,
crazy.
you know what it comes down to. You don't see the lawyer. The lawyers know probably just as much law as us auditors, if not more. Well,
Yeah.
actually more, because maybe a lot more. You don't see them out there doing this stuff. And a person that's never been in trouble is not going to go out there and know the questions and stuff, and it doesn't know the law. And you know
Yeah.
what? You made the monster. Now you don't like it. You created this.
Yeah.
Who better than somebody like me or Josh or Breaking the Floor or any of these other people that have been in it? You know what I mean? Who better than like all of us? Furry Potato, she's been through a lot. She, they fuck with her more than they fuck with anybody else. I've watched every one of her live streams every Sunday. It's like they fuck with her. It's like it's ridiculous. It's like those LA cops fuck with her all the fucking time. It's like you cops haven't fucking learned yet. You're locking her up for filming.
But
I saw the Range. I was there for the whole thing for the Range Rover thing.
But the thing of it is, they haven't learned yet that furries always come out on top.
Right.
She's always
Exactly.
kicked their asses when it comes to what she said is right and wrong, and
Right.
they always fucking lose, but they don't learn. So keep putting the money in her pocket. God bless them.
You know what really it is? All of us are making IA look like a bunch of fucking scumbags, because IA is what IA is. They're a bunch of fucking assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, if IA was IA, we wouldn't have to. All of us wouldn't have to do this stuff. But it's not a perfect world, and it's on God's earth. There is nothing perfect on God's earth. I learned that reading the Bible, being locked up in jail too. Among other things, the ultimate law is God. You know what I mean? And that's what and these cops. That's a reference out of the Bible in that video too. He's a snake. You're a snake with two heads. What I said to the cop. You serve two masters. Either you can't be one or the other. You know what I mean? If you own the gas station, you can't be the gas station owner while you're in the uniform. You know what I'm saying? And if you're the gas station, you can't be the guy in the uniform. So it's like you can't serve two purposes at once.
Right. And the thing of it is, if they have a problem with being taped and being, recorded, all they have to do is do everything properly. And there's not, what's the big deal? If I do my job properly, I don't care if somebody's recording me. I could care less.
Right.
So if they're doing their jobs properly, why should they be caring?
Well, they were pulling me over probably because, like I did in that Madison County video, you just you park in the right area, you're just going to get pulled over for fucking no goddamn reason. And you know what probably happened? He saw me with the phone. He probably started thinking, "Oh fuck, how long has he been? How long was he recording me the whole goddamn time?"
Yeah.
because
Well,
like
especially
now,
if you don't know what he'd done before that. He's thinking, have you been following him around?
Yep.
Now all of a sudden he's starting to think, Jesus, this guy, out to get me tonight. But if you're not fucking up, buddy, there's nothing to worry about. Just do your job.
But all I
Pretty
do know is that I do know after I ended the stream tonight, it went to a video that I set to be private.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting there saying, why is that video public? So the other night, oh, I never got to say this. That's that when they brought me into processing, people were calling me from Facebook and SE cop watchers calling me. They had my thing in the intake part of it, the jailer, right? I dumped open the envelope. There's my money, there's my keys to the car, there's everything, right? On the table there. They finally take the handcuffs off. I see my phone ringing. I said, I actually found out at this point you had to pay $50 for a phone call. I see my phone on the fucking table. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm surprised I didn't get another charge. All right, fuck it. They're probably listening anyways. They're probably gonna hit me with it now anyways. I grabbed my fucking phone and I hit I swiped. I took the phone. I swiped it up. Both of them came over and grabbed me and pulled my arms up. They're like, yeah, well, fuck, like what the frig? You're locking me up for this fucking nonsense, and I can't even get a goddamn phone call out.
Yeah. So much for a phone call, huh?
Yeah. So much for the free phone call. The phone call and a right to an attorney.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So upstate in house. Howdy, everyone. I'll be here in a bit when my panel is over. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, I guess we're going to call it a night, everybody, too. And again, thanks for coming on. Hopefully, we'll see you again. Upstates, thank you for $10. Upstates in the house, thank you for that $10, $9.99.
What's up, James Richards? What's up, Patty McKay? Everybody I didn't see. I haven't been looking at the comments tonight. I'm getting better at not looking at comments no more because it's distracting. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it out of disrespect. Sometimes it's distracting.
If anybody listening can hear that, no names have a little money issue right now. So if you got $10, instead of throwing it toward me, throw it toward no name. He could use a few bucks this week. So any help you can throw toward no name, or any help you can throw toward any of the auditors. These auditors, they go out and they do a hard job, and it's, all the stuff comes out of their pocket, the gas, all the food when they're out of the road. It's not cheap being out there, especially if you're on the road and you're doing the hotels thing. So, if you got $10, throw it toward an auditor. If you've got $20, throw it toward an auditor. That's auditors appreciate that stuff. Again, thank you guys. Thank you in the chat, everybody. Love you. Thank you for all the old faces that have came back and so forth. Let's keep this going, and everybody take care. And you have a good one there. And we're off. See ya.
Bye. You still here? Okay. Peace, guys.